Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show. And welcome to another episode of Fountain Pen Calligraphy 101. Today is day 11. Today we are talking about how to write a letter. Alexa, stop. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. I'm going to share this video with our friends to make sure that they can come and hang out with us too. Okay. And we are live. So, how is everyone doing today? Are we all prepared for what's about to happen? I don't think you are. I hope you're all sitting down because it's going to be a good one. Today we're going to be talking about how to write a letter. So, today we're going to be writing a letter. We have to know a couple of things that we need to know before we start are we need to know the terminology for some of these things. Now, we have a thing called the header, which is this bit up here. This is where you would put the date and perhaps your address if you wanted to let someone know that you were coming from or wanted them to write a different place that was on the envelope. So I would write up in this corner the date. I would write, what is today? Today is Tuesday the 24th. Tuesday the 24th. So I might write, let's start in the middle-ish and write Tuesday, August 24th, 2021. And if you wanted to write your address, you would write it over in this corner. Luckily for me, I have a stamp. So I'd write my address in that corner if I wanted them to write me in a different place that was on my envelope. And then you would start on the first line and you would indent about the first joint in your thumb about that far over. Of course, if you have short thumbs like me, maybe a whole thumb space over. So I would start about here and I would go Dear Gary, we're going to write a letter to Gary today. That's what it would look like. This is called the greeting. So you could greet the person. You could say, hello, Gary. You could say, dear Gary, dearest Gary. My humble Gary. Something to that effect. Letting them know that you are talking to them. And then you start in with the who, what, the when, the where, the why, and the how. And you need at least 3 of these things to start a sentence. And I would include all of them to make a paragraph. So you've already got the who. Dear Gary, how are you doing? See, because I know that I'm going to have to come under here and I don't want it to look too funny, I'll just move over just a little bit. How are you doing? And I mucked it up already. So the thing that you do when you do make a mistake and you're using a pen, just cross it out. It's fine. How are you doing? Question mark. And then tell them how you are doing. Answer your own question. I am doing great. Period. Now you want to start with the acceptable topics of conversation. Talk about yourself. Talk about things like I have a list here of acceptable topics of conversation. You can talk about TikTok, the weather, movies, television, food, internet, soap operas. You can talk about shampoo and conditioner, soaps, games, places that you've been. Tell them a story about a past event. Tell them about your new car or phone apps that you're using or utilities or clothes, music, people, pictures, YouTube, Netflix, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, places you've been, past events, restaurants, reviews, fountain pens, ink, paper, coffee, sweetener, washi tape, pens, technology. Some of the things that I consider to be unacceptable topics of conversation are bad-mouthing others, bad-mouthing religion, politics, cursing, animal or people abuse, killing, murdering, and guns. And if you find that somebody is having an acceptable conversation, then you can write them back and tell them, I have an excellent idea. Let's change the subject. So you would start in I. Finally, did I spell that right? No, probably not. My spelling is crap. No, I did spell that right. Okay, I don't know why. Anyway, I finally first night's sleep last night. The first night since been I swear to God. Okay. If you find that your pen is having a difficult time writing, I always keep a little jar of water beside me just in case I need to, like, dip it in the water because it's not being cooperative for whatever reason. And that usually fixes the problem. Period. So we have 3 sentences here. Maybe one more. So I have how are you? I'm doing great. I finally got my first good night's sleep last night, the first night since I've been on vacation. Which is a great way to start out. You can tell them about perhaps a dream that you had. Period. Cool. And then if you want to start a second topic of conversation, you will indent. So you'll go over about a thumb space and you'll start in about there. I also want to tell him about this television show that I've been watching. So I will start Anytime that you're naming something, put it in quotations, and capitalize it. Called. Now your writing will probably be way neater than mine, but this is just for example. And then tell them about that topic. And then we will do maybe a third topic. I encourage at least 3 topics in a letter. That way you have something to talk about. And then perhaps ask them a question like, have you seen this show? Have you seen The Good Doctor? Let's see. Third topic of conversation might be the weather. So, indent. Hiya, Gristle. How are ya? Are you having a nice day? Oh, that's terrible handwriting. I'm just using this as an example. I would never actually write a letter that looked like this. I'm not saying it would be perfect, but it would definitely look better than this. And then you could say, what is your weather like? What is the weather in your neck of the woods? What is the weather like in neck of the woods? And then, in order to get away from the conversation, you'll say something like, I am off to eat lunch, or breakfast, or dinner, or shopping, or watch YouTube. You know, let them know that you're ending the conversation. Don't just leave it hanging. And then you'll end your letter with something like, yours truly, take care, talk soon. That's my go-to these days. So take care, talk soon, and then sign your name. I swear to God. And if a bloop like this happens, just take some paper towel or toilet paper and sop it up. Most people with fountain pens will understand. Sometimes it happens. You'll get a little bloop on the page. And it kind of makes it look strangely interesting. And you can use many colors. I just use one color for this example. Anyway, that is all for right now. Topics of conversation I would avoid are definitely politics, religion, bad-mouthing, abuse, and guns. So things like that. I am not doing too good. Oh no, not too bad. Just lots of muscle cramps. Took minerals, different vitamins, magnesium, potassium, B vitamins, vitamin D. So far, only clonazepam is helping somewhat. You're taking Klonopin for your... That's a seizure medication. I would minimize your salt intake and have a Tums before you go to bed. Go down to the pharmacy, buy yourself a little box of Tums. Has calcium carbonate in it. And have some of that. Have a tablet of that before you go to bed with 12 or 16 ounces of water. Okie dokie. And now I am off to the pharmacy because I have to get some pills and go to the Dollar Tree. Tomorrow we will be looking at how to address a letter. So look forward to that. That is all for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed that one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Okay, love you, bye.